On tonight's episode of Extinction of Natural Wonders is the Great Barrier Reef, affected by terrestrial runoff. The Great Barrier Reef is located off the Queensland border along the northeastern coast of Australia. The Great Barrier Reef extends for a vast 348,000 square kilometres and includes up to 3,000 individual reefs. Coral requires light, oxygen, clear water, nutrients, stable temperatures and a salt content to grow and stay healthy. Terrestrial or land runoff affects the continual growth and health of the Great Barrier Reef coral. An investigation was conducted to find the extent of the damage done by terrestrial runoff and what can be done to conserve the Great Barrier Reef, a natural wonder of the world. Structure or reef-building corals are extremely sensitive to a range of environmental changes including water pollution from terrestrial runoff. Terrestrial runoff is the runoff of soils, fertilizers, and pesticides from agricultural and coastal development into rivers and then flowing into the ocean. This then causes a change in the water quality and other vital elements coral needs to grow healthily. Water filled with sediment and chemicals leads to the ocean, which can cause declining calcification, higher concentrations of photopigments, and potentially higher rates of coral disease. High nitrogen levels can also sustain larger numbers of phytoplankton, which allow multiplied numbers of crown-of-thorns starfish to outbreak, which feed on and kill coral. A decline in water quality from terrestrial runoff affects not only coral but also the entire reef ecosystem. Other marine animals, such as fish, need coral as their natural habitat, and larger marine animals rely on fish that live in the coral as a food source to survive. Therefore, a decline in coral health or lack of coral growth minimises the coral reef fish's abundance of habitat, affecting their population growth, and thus affecting the food source and in turn the population growth of marine creatures which feed on the coral reef fish. There are different legislations and acts, such as the Reef Water Quality Protection Plan, that are supposed to slow the impact of pesticides and chemicals into the Great Barrier Reef. Their aim was to lower the levels of sediment, nutrient and pesticide runoff from agricultural sources to improve the water quality and allow coral on the Great Barrier Reef more time to adapt to the impact of terrestrial runoff. However, the environmental impact from other coral systems around the world appears to slow the reversal in water quality decline from the Great Barrier Reef. This investigation has turned up implications for the communities along the coast of Queensland and near waterways and river catchments areas that lead to the ocean. However, other waterways that lead to the ocean can decline the water quality just as much as the Queensland coast, as harmful terrestrial runoff is still flowing into the ocean. It just takes longer to reach the Great Barrier Reef. Community effort in minimising harmful terrestrial runoff will minimise a decline in water quality and thus is one step closer to a sustainable future for the Great Barrier Reef. The next step in minimising harmful terrestrial runoff to the Great Barrier Reef is to educate children about the importance of sustainability and give them the practices to maintaining a sustainable future. Upon reflection of the inquiry process of this investigation, it was found that there are Web 2.0 tools which could be used within schools for children's own inquiries. Poplet is a great, simple and easy tool that children can use to create their own mind maps and brainstorms. Poplet's simple drop and drag tool allows children to make connections between ideas and even add images to support text. The feature that allows images to be inserted right into the page means it would be a perfect tool for younger children in the earlier primary grades that are still developing their writing skills. Poplet can also be downloaded as an application on an iPad, which makes insertion into everyday classroom learning that much easier.
As you go through life, you'll see there is so much that we don't understand.